Okay, folks, welcome back. This is another knife review for you. We got the ever venerable shchrade Sharpfinger. This is a Skinner design knife. Comes with a leather sheath, which is okay. It's not the best sheath I've ever had on a knife, but it's an iconic knife. It's been around since I was ever born. My grandfather had the older version, which was made in America and was made out of 1055 carbon steel. This one is made out of high carbon stainless steel, which is 7CR17 MOV. It's full tang. The handles are sawcut delrin on the handles. I've used this knife over the years so much it's knocked the old timer insignia off of it. Its blade length is about 3 inches overall in length, and then about 3-inch handle for an overall length of 7.1 inches, and it weighs about 3.1 ounces. It's a very tough and durable knife. I've used this in the field for about 5 years. I tried to do a video on it earlier, and the video went foobar. So the things I like about the knife, it's small enough to fit in your hand. I've abused it already over the years. It has a nice 90-degree spine. It can keep up with any modern knife. Being full tang, it's going to maybe hold up a lot better than a stainless steel Mora. We're going to try it out to show you what it's capable of doing. It's a really good companion series type of knife. Like I said, they've been around. They're about 13 bucks, 20 bucks, depends on where you get them. We'll try a barrage of tests with this. First test, we'll cut some of this jute twine cordage with it right here. Cuts it really easy, and I've already beat the knife up pretty good, and it cuts cordage really well. If this was paracord, it'd cut right through it like a hot knife going through butter. Next test we'll do is to carve a tent peg. We're going to carve a tent stake out of this, or you could do this as a trap trigger if you need to. We'll cut all the way through the piece of wood. And we'll carve a little tent stake with it. Nothing much. You know, just something small to put down a shelter. That's good enough right there. And we'll do a 7-notch with it. Try that out. When we cut all the way through it, we just want to cut it enough to do the 7-notch for a tent stake or a trap trigger for a small varmint. And there's no hot spots in that whatsoever. Okay, nice little tent peg. We'll cut off the ends here to flatten it out so when you drive it in, it's not going to break it. And there you go, nice little tent stake right there for a tent stake. Now we're going to try cutting through this solid beam of wood to see what it's capable of taking, how much abuse it can take. Chopping to make kindling, or if you want to chop something down to make do a slight abusive chopping test. Okay. Chopped it right in half. That was pretty good. Now we're going to see how it carves here. Maybe like a feather stick type of situation here. Carves really good. Still sharp after all that beating. Trying to get it to stop. But, you know, it carves good still after beating it up that bad. Okay. If you're going to Okay, it will feather stick, no problemo. This knife will do everything you need it to do in the camp. A lot more drag in it than maybe a Scandinavian grind knife when you're trying to carve in this wood. This wood is maple, so it's really hard wood. We'll try out a piece of fat wood, see how it carves some fat wood, and we'll do a little bit of scraping with the spine as well. Okay, there you go, folks. Carves fat wood. Still, like I said, there's a lot of drag in the blade because it's a hollow grind. It's not as smooth as maybe a Scandi grind, but it works effectively enough. Now we're going to take the spine of the blade and get some scrapings. Okay, there you go, folks. It scrapes great. Use this to scrape bark off of sticks to make, I don't know, trap triggers, arrows, survival arrows for your survival bows. Okay, now we're going to start a fire with it. We're going to be using the Nathan 1-inch Beast ferro rod, and we'll wrap it up from there. Okay, there you go. Caught fairly easy. Nathan 4071 ferro rod, the Beast 1-inch ferro, 1-inch diameter ferro rod is a beast. And final summary of the Shchrade old timer Sharpfinger knife. It's a great companion knife. It works good. The edge will hold up to a lot of beating. There's no rolling on the edge whatsoever in that test. Had it for 5 years. I beat the crap out of it. I've actually beaten the crap out of it so bad it's knocked the logo off of the knife over the years. So, yeah, it's a really good companion fishing knife. It's very tough. I've used this thing in the field for 5 years. I've not had any issue with the knife. I highly recommend the Sharpfinger Shchrade old timer hunting survival skinner. If you like this video, please hit the like, subscribe, and share on this video for further knife videos. I highly recommend it. It's a good, cheap, budget bushcraft knife if you want to get one. Very cheap. They do make another version of this, which is the mossy oak one with the ballistic nylon sheath, but, you know, splurge the extra $1 and get the leather sheath one. Well, folks, I hope you liked the video on the Shchrade Sharpfinger. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe for further knife videos and outdoors equipment video. This has been your old pal Hondo from Hillbilly Tactical. Y'all know what you can do. You put God first. You put you first every time. You know what else, YouTube? God loves you. So does Hondo. Peace out, YouTube.
Tell me pretty lies. Look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.